Paki-invite naman yung ano. Paki-invite naman yung iba niyong kaklase. Continue pa. Paki-chat sa ano sa GC. Ano na? Konti na. Okay, so good afternoon. This is your Sir Rich Baldemoro, OLC in your Fundamentals of Accounting, Business and Management 1. Okay, so today we will be discussing the types of major accounts and its samples. Okay, so first, the asset. Okay, one of the five major accounts. So asset includes economic resources, rights, and property, both tangible and intangible, that are owned and or controlled by either a natural or a legal entity. So an item is considered an asset with the following conditions. Okay, first one, if it is expected to have future usefulness to the entity. Next is if it has legal capacity to the entity certain future economic benefits. Next, if the entity is a business enterprise, then the assets are considered as business assets. Okay, some assets will come from the creditors such as cash borrowed from the bank and appliances, furnitures or equipment purchased from the supplier on account. So therefore, assets are claimable by two parties, the owner and the creditor. So we have the asset equation that is given by asset is equal to liabilities plus owner's equity. Nakikita nyo sa inyong screen. Okay? Next, the examples of assets or the asset account titles. Okay, so we have cash. Okay, tingnan sa table displayed on your screens. So we have cash or cash on hand, cash in bank, petty cash fund, and cash equivalents. So yung mga account titles na yan, yung makikita nyo sa accounting records. Investment in stock. So another kind of asset. So this is a ownership of shares of a corporation kapag ka corporation yung company. Investment in bonds, ownership of financial instruments evidencing an obligation of another entity. Next, accounts receivable, claims from customer from sales of goods or services on credit basis in the ordinary course of business. For example, meron kang customer, bumili sa'yo, and on account, pag sinabing on account, hindi niya binayaran through cash. Okay, so parang meron siyang utang sa'yo. So that is an example of an asset. Yes, Castro. So that is an accounts receivable. Next, we have the notes receivable, a promissory notes from customer or borrower. Like for example, si school naghihingi ng promissory notes to pay. Medyo mahina yung boses ko. Mahina ang boses ko. Hello, hello. Mahina pa rin ba? Hello, hello. Mahina pa? Hello. Okay na po. Sige, very good. Hindi, sisigawan ko kayo dito. Okay, so next we have the notes receivable. Ulitin ko, like for example, hindi kaya magbayad ng estudyante sa school kung magkano yung tuition niya. So humingi si school ng promissory note. So yung ganong transaction ay example ng notes receivable. So meron siyang matatanggap na note, promissory note, para doon sa estudyante na hindi pa kaya magbayad, and then magbabayad siya in the near future. So that's an example of notes receivable. Next, the loans receivable, claims from borrowers as a result of lending money, yung mga nagpapaloan. Okay. Next, the merchandise inventory, goods and products acquired by a merchandising business for reselling to customers at a higher prices. Yung mga merchandise natin, yun yung mga bultuhan kung umorder or bumili ng products or bulkahe, bulk purchases, and then binibenta nila through reselling, no? na tinataasan lang nila yung presyo. So yung mga goods and products na yun, yung mga merchandise inventory. Next, we have the prepaid expenses. So unexpired insurance, prepaid taxes, unused office supplies, prepaid advertising, and prepaid rent. Lahat ng mga yan ay account titles na kabilang sa prepaid expense. So ibig sabihin ng prepaid, hindi pa siya nako-consume. For example, yung unused office supplies. So meron ka ng pinurchase na office supplies pero hindi mo siya nagamit within an accounting period kung kailan ka nag-prepare ng financial report. So considered siya as an asset. No? Hindi mo pa siya nagamit pero nabili mo na. So kumbaga yun yung sobra sa mga nabili mo. So yun yung mga prepaid expenses. Yung mga sobra sa nabayaran mo. Ano ba? Sobra yung tax na binayaran mo. So meron kang prepaid tax. Sobra yung binayaran mo sa advertising. So meron kang prepaid advertising expense. So yun yung prepaid expenses. Next, we have the accrued revenue receivable. So income earned but not yet collected. So example, if the tenant occupying a space owned by the enterprise has not paid the rent for May. So the enterprise would have accrued rent income or rent income receivable as of May 31. Yung mga hindi pa nababayaran, no? Na-earn mo na siya, kinita mo na siya, pero hindi pa na ibibigay sa'yo. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng accrued revenue receivable. Next, land, building, machinery and equipment, furniture and fixtures, delivery equipment, tools, patterns, molds, and dies. So these are titles used for properties that are acquired primarily for use in normal operations of the business enterprise. So otherwise, referred to as fixed assets. So these are considered useful for more than 1 year and are not primarily acquired for resale. Hindi sila pwedeng ibenta. Ito yung mga fixed asset, pang matagalan silang kino-consider. So like for example, yung land, hindi mo naman pwede ibenta yung land kung nandun yung business mo, di ba? Hindi mo pwede ibenta yung building mo kasi doon ka nag-operate ng business mo. And then yung machinery and equipment, hindi mo pwede ibenta kasi yun yung ginagamit mo. Okay? So those are considered as fixed assets. Okay? Next, we have the franchise cost paid for franchisee for the right to use the brand, design, technology from franchisor. Pag sinabing franchise, ito yung binabayaran mo yung kanilang trademark para pwede mo siyang gamitin. Okay? So example, halimbawa magtatayo ka ng franchise, halimbawa McDonald's franchise, no? Babayaran mo si company ng McDonald's for you to be able to operate as McDonald's pero franchise. Okay? So yun yung mga example, yun yung example ng franchise. So that is also considered as an asset. Okay, next, liability. So another major account. Okay? So liabilities are debts of the business owing to outside parties like banks, the financing companies, and the suppliers for the asset or services received by the business. So SFAS defined liability as a present obligation arising from past events, the settlement of which is expected to result in an outflow of resources from the enterprise. So we have the liabilities equation, yun nasa baba. Okay, so liabilities equals asset minus owner's equity. Okay, so that's how you compute for the total liabilities. That is assets minus owner's equity. Okay, so mamaya di-discuss na din natin yung owner's equity. So na-discuss na natin yung mga assets o yung mga account titles na kasama sa assets. Okay, so liability. So examples of liability account titles. Yung mga makikita nyo sa financial records, yung mga account titles na ginagamit doon. Okay, so first one, the accounts payable. Okay, so obligations of the business enterprise to the suppliers as a result of buying goods and services on credit basis. So in the ordinary course of the business operation. Like for example, meron kang business and umorder ka or nag-purchase ka ng certain product sa ibang company and hindi mo siya binayaran as cash kundi as credit or pagkakautang. So meron kang financial obligation na babayaran. So this is termed as accounts payable. So yun yung tawag sa kanya. Accounts payable kapag hindi mo siya binayaran in cash. Okay. Next, we have the notes payable. These are the obligations as a result of buying goods and or services on credit basis or as a result of borrowing money for which a promissory note is given by the business to the supplier or lender. So kabaliktaran nung kanina. Kanina, ikaw yung merong marireceive kapag ka-asset. Ito naman, pag notes payable, ikaw yung nagbigay ng notes. Okay, nagbigay ka ng notes para kasi hindi mo pa siya mababayaran in cash. Okay? So considered siya as an obligation na kailangan mo bayaran in the near future kung ano yung naka-specify na date doon sa promissory note. Okay? So that is the notes payable. Next, we have the advances from customers. So these are obligations to deliver goods or render services to the customers who paid in advance. So meron tayong mga customer na nagbabayad kaagad eh. Babayaran ko na, ipa-deliver mo na lang. Yung mga ganon. So those are considered advances from customer. Or hindi naman usually product lang binabayaran, pwedeng services. So babayaran na kita, then i-perform yung service kung kailan ka pwede, ganon. Okay, so next we have the loans payable, payment of interest results of borrowing money. So kapag, for example, you borrowed money from a bank, meron yung interest of course, no? Kapag nanghiram ka ng pera or nagkaroon ka ng loan, that will earn an interest and yung interest na yon ay kasama sa babayaran mo. Okay, so that is loans payable. Next, we have unearned revenues. So these are pre-collected rent income or deferred rent revenues. So example, if the landlord collected in December the rent that pertains to the following year, the landlord had earned rent income or pre-collected income or deferred revenues as of December 31 of the current year. Okay, so ibig sabihin nun, nag-collect siya December, pero ang kinolekta niya ay para sa next year. So ibig sabihin that is considered unearned pa, hindi niya pa kinikita. Okay, ang considered lang na earned for the month of December ay yung month na from November to December. Yung mga kinolekta niya for the next year, unearned pa yon. Okay, hindi pa niya kinikita. Okay, next, we have the accrued expense payable. So these are expenses already incurred but not yet paid. Okay, already incurred but not yet paid. Ginamit na pero hindi pa nababayaran. Okay, so or na-consume na hindi pa nababayaran. So example, if a tenant has not paid the rent for May, he would have accrued rent expense or rent payable as of May 31. So another example, since tax based on the net income or profit of the current year is payable in the following year, there would a liability as of December 31 of the current year called accrued taxes or taxes payable. Okay, so sa first example, halimbawa, di ba nakapag ano ba to? Nagkaroon na siya ng rent for the month of May for the rent for month of May, no? Pero hindi niya pa nabayaran. So pagdating ng May 31, magkakaroon na siya ng accrued rent expense. Okay? Kasi ang should be the payment of month for May is on May 30. Okay? So hindi siya nabayaran, so magkakaroon na siya ng accrued rent expense of or rent payable as of May 31. So dun sa another example, yung tax, kasi ang tax natin is kapag yearly ang basis sa business, okay? So ang current year ng taxes ng business is payable in the following year, no? So magkakaroon siya ng liability as of December 31, no, as considered accrued taxes or taxes payable. Okay, so babayaran niya 'yon on the following year. Okay, so next we have the mortgage payable. These are long-term borrowing from lender or bank wherein land or building owned by the business is used as collateral. Yun yung mortgage payable. Ito na yung mga malalaking amount ng pera, no, na kailangan na ng mga collateral, no. Nagkakaroon tayo ng collateral sa mga nanghihiram or sa borrower kasi hindi sure si bank or kung sino mang entity yung naglo-loan kung able bang kung kaya bang bayaran ni borrower yung kabuuang cash na hiniram niya. So kaya tayo nagkakaroon ng collateral. If in case, any case na hindi niya kayang mabayaran for some condition or situation, at least meron tayong collateral na sasalo doon sa kulang, okay, or natitirang babayaran. Okay, so yun yung example ng mortgage payable kasi ano yan long term yan. Malaking pera yan, hindi yan maliit lang. Okay, so malaking pera yan. Okay, so next. Okay, so another major account in accounting is capital or equity. Okay, so this is defined in SFAS as the residual right or interest of the owner in the enterprise assets. So another term for equity is net worth or net assets. So the term owner's equity is used for a sole proprietorship. Okay, kapag, di ba, na-discuss naman natin before kung ano yung sole proprietorship or nabasa nyo naman na yung ibig sabihin ng sole proprietorship. So it is called partners equity for partnership and stockholders equity for corporation. Okay, so it is sometimes called capital or simply equity. So owner's equity equation given on below sa babang part ng presentation. Owner's equity is equal to assets minus liabilities. Okay, kaya siya tinawag na net assets. So ending equity equations, we have the original investment of the owners. Okay, so mag-a-add siya for additional investment. So magdadagdag yung owner's equity kapag nagkaroon siya ng additional investment. So mag-a-add siya for profit and magma-minus kapag may loss during the reporting periods. Next, ibabawas din sa owner's equity yung personal withdrawals or profit distribution. Kapag ka nag-withdraw yung owner, diba, may kailangan siyang pera, ibabawas niya dun sa business niya, pag sole proprietorship. So, ibabawas din yun sa owner's equity. So that is, kapag yun yung mga certain conditions pa na binabawas or dinadagdag sa owner's equity. And then that total is equity of the owner or owners as of the end of the reporting period. So we have the equity account titles, assuming that the name of the proprietor is Emilio Andres. Okay? So example, Emilio Andres yung owner. So ang account title for capital, we have Emilio Andres, capital. Okay, so this account title show the original and additional investments of the owner of the business enterprise. Next, we have the Emilio, drawing. Yun yung sinasabi ko kanina, kapag meron siyang kailangang pera, ibabawas niya sa business, so that is considered as owner's drawing account. So this account title used to show the total withdrawals of Emilio Andres. So the proprietor, whether in the form of cash or non-cash assets, or for personal or family use. So the account title Emilio Andres personal or Emilio Andres withdrawals is used. Okay. So corporation account titles naman, assuming par value of 100 pesos per share. Okay, per share kasi ang considered when it comes to corporations. So sinasabi dito share capital of par value 100 pesos or share capital issued par value at 100 pesos. Then we have the subscription receivable, then excess of issue price over the par value of the capital stock, and retained earnings or accumulated earnings. Next, another major accounting elements in the income statement. So yung major account dito is the income and expenses. Okay, so these elements are referred to as temporary accounts. Okay, nominal accounts or income statement accounts. So the nominal accounts are temporary extensions of the owner's equity. So these are used to relieve the owner's equity account of excessive details. So however, at the end of the period, the balances of these temporary accounts are ultimately transferred or close to the owner's equity in summary form. So for income, income is usually used in connection with activities and events that results to the inflow of assets and or outflow of liabilities. So it has the effect on increasing the business enterprise assets, decreasing its liabilities or both. Okay? So it also causes the owner's equity to increase. So the term income encompasses both revenues and gains. So ano ba yung pinagkaiba ng revenues and gains? So revenues arise from those ordinary activities that are related to the normal operations of the business enterprise, such as the selling of goods and products or rendering of services to customers. Okay? So yun yung sa revenues. The account used for to designate the income from merchandising is sales revenues or simply sales. So pag sinabing merchandising, ito yung mga business, ito yung type ng business na kung saan nagbebenta ng products. Okay? So the account from rendering services are service income, professional fees, retainer fees, or commissions. No? Example naman ng mga services, no, ba salon, yung mga nagpe-perform ng service. Salon, barbershop, massage, mga ganon. Okay, so ang term ng income nila is service income, professional fees, retainer fees, or commissions. So the account from another entity use its money, property, or right. It recognizes as interest revenues, rent revenues, or royalty revenues respectively. So yun yung another account for another entity. Okay? So next, pag sinabi namang gains, gains include income from activities or events that do not form part of the ordinary operations of the business. No? Hindi siya nangyayari on the ordinary result. So this can result from non-ordinary activities of the business enterprise, such as when an investment is sold at a price that is higher than the acquisition cost. For example, meron kang uh, asset, di ba? Meron kang machine na binenta na mas mataas dun sa presyo ng pagkakabili mo, then nag-earn ka ng amount, di ba? Certain amount. So ang tawag doon ay gains. Okay? So doon siya kasama. Okay? So though parts sila pareho, yung revenue at saka yung gain, parts sila pareho ng income, pero nagkakaiba sila when it comes to consideration. Okay, so revenues versus gains. So an element of revenue for one business enterprise may represent a gain for another. Okay, so depending on what type of business or nature of operations an enterprise deals with. So we have an example, revenue versus gain example. Assume that a delivery truck with a book value of 900,000 was sold by an enterprise for 1 million pesos. So if the seller enterprise is ordinarily engaged in the business of buying and selling trucks and other delivery equipment, it would report as a part of its sales revenues or sales. Okay. However, if the seller enterprise is selling a truck that is no longer needed in its business operations, then excess of the selling price over the book value of the truck amounting to 100,000 pesos or 1 million minus 900,000 is reported as gain on sale of delivery equipment. Okay, so yun yun. Next, income recognition. Ganun ba natin nare-recognize ang income? So under accrual basic accounting, revenues are reported in the income statement of the period when they are earned, kapag kinita na. So revenue is considered earned in the period when the delivery of goods is made to the customer, or in the period when the service is rendered to the client in an ordinary course of operation of the enterprise. So example 1, a customer ordered goods in July, but the actual delivery is made in August. So revenue is earned and reported in August, not in July. Kasi August na dineliver yung product. Okay, so doon siya i-count as earned. Okay, so that is under accrual basic accounting. Okay, next we have another example. Assume that Jared Realty, a landlord, collected 60,000 pesos in rent from his tenant. Okay, so this collection represents rent from November 1, 2008 to April 30, 2009. However, only 20,000 that was earned in the months of November and December is reported as rent revenues in the income statement of the year 2008. Okay, so 20,000 lang yung i-considered as earned. Okay, so from 60,000, we have November, December, January, February, March, April, that is 6 months. So i-divide mo siya na yung 60 divide mo sa 6 months, so that is 10,000 a month. Okay, so ang i-considered lang na earned as of the year 2008 ay yung November at saka yung December. Okay, so that is 20,000. Okay? So the remaining 40,000 pesos, which represents the rent for January to April 2009, is unearned as of December 31, 2008 and is reported only as rent revenues in the year 2009. So doon na siya i-report as rent revenues. Okay, so that is under accrual basic accounting. Next, examples of revenue and gain account titles. So we have sales income, sales revenue, or sales. So makikita niyo yung mga account titles na to sa statement of financial income. Makikita niyo yung mga account titles na to sa income statement. Okay, so sales income, sales revenue, or sales. So these are the gross selling price of the goods and products sold to the customer. So both cash